Well, welcome back. Today we are exploring Linville Falls, the Linville Caverns, and some highlights from around the community. Linville is a small community that isn't famous like Blowing Rock or Chimney Rock, but its location makes it the perfect launch point for about every type of Smoky Mountain adventure you could want to do. For today's adventure, we will start at one of the biggest attractions of the area, Linville Falls Gorge. The visitor center has a large parking lot, but don't be fooled, it fills up quickly. Now, before we go to the gorge, we want to show you a special place that most people miss. On the opposite end of the parking lot is a narrow trail that takes you up to Duggars Creek. From the road, this small stream looks unimpressive, but if you explore a little, the trail takes you up to this bridge where you can see Duggars Creek Falls. Now, this is a small waterfall that is nice, but not particularly spectacular. It's this narrow canyon that Yulia and I just fell in love with. The way the water has eroded the rocks, the moss covering everything, the sound of the creek echoing off of these narrow walls. And because most of the crowds go to the main falls, you can have this beautiful spot to yourself much of the time. Okay, back to the visitor center. It's at this point that you have a decision to make. To the right is a beautiful, easy trail to the upper falls. And to the left, if you have strong legs, you can take the trail around to the bottom of the falls. Unfortunately, Yulia and I don't have strong legs. But that's not stopping us. We're going to the left anyway. Alright, don't worry, we'll get back around to the upper falls in a minute, but we've got to go to the lower falls first. The first part of this trail isn't bad. There's a couple of places to rest, and it takes you to this beautiful lookout point. From here you can see the falls, the swimming hole down below, and even get a good look down the gorge. If you venture down the trail from here, you eventually come out to the river. It's a short walk back up to the swimming hole. Now let me tell you, these rocks are slick. Yulia and I almost went swimming several times. I call this a swimming hole, but it is only for those who enjoy the cold plunge challenge. That river can be frosty. Wait, do you see that kid in the red trunks on the rocks by the falls? He kept climbing up the cliff to the last stage of the falls and jumping in. Unfortunately, every time he jumped, we didn't have the cameras ready, but he was quite entertaining. Okay, let's check out the upper falls. The main trail from the visitor center takes you along the river to a pair of small waterfalls. These are the upper falls. Then the river flows down to a narrow canyon and raging rapids before it drops off the falls to the swimming hole where we just were. I think the Linville Caverns are the only caverns of this type that you can easily tour in North Carolina. There are a number of caves and other smaller places, but for narrow caverns that cut deep into the mountains and stalactites, stalagmites, I think this is the spot. If I'm wrong and we've missed someplace, let me know in the comments. We would love to go check it out. Now our cameras are for outdoor adventures, so they struggled in this low light cavern, but we were able to capture some of the better lit areas. If you've never visited caverns before, just know that they are cool and damp. Don't dress for summer or you will get chilled. The tour was probably 30 minutes, roughly. Linville isn't as big as some of the other caverns, but it was still a lot of fun. Yulia and I were pleasantly surprised with how nice this tour was. Now, just north of Newland, maybe, 15 minutes from Linville, is Waterfalls Park, or also called Bobby McLean Park. This one is right beside the road, so it's a great stop if you don't want a long hike. If you're into vineyards and wineries, this is a beautiful place. It's a nice stop and area to sit outside, enjoy the beautiful view, and company of family and friends. And of course, there are gem mines all over this area of North Carolina. Kids love these gem mines. They get to learn how to use the sluice boxes to search for gems, and they get so excited every time they find something. They were pretty funny to watch. There is so much to do in this area that we are just getting started sharing these adventures with you. But before we go, we wanted to give a quick shout out to the Tin Trout in Crossnore. We had a great lunch. It was a good place. We recommend it. Well, it is time to go home. We'll see you on the next adventure, and we hope you are having a great day.